Here are some lessons I learned, things that I can improve on when I do this again, probably next year. In no particular order, here we go. When I do this again, I'll probably do a bit more running. The longest training run that I did, unbroken, on this journey was a 10-mile run, and that felt good. I felt okay with that 10-mile run. Actually, that day it was a really hard run, but I was glad that I had gotten a 10-mile run in, and I just thought, well, at the end of this whole thing, you know, adrenaline will help carry me another 3.5 miles. No, it hurt. It hurt so bad. And that's all. Like, again, I wasn't overly tired. I was fatigued and I was ready to be done with the race, but the pain in my joints and in my legs, just the muscles that hadn't been used at that capacity were screaming at me, screaming and just on the verge of cramping. But I think if I do this again, I'll make sure I get a few more longer runs in training. Not necessarily close to the race, but at some point between the CrossFit Games and this triathlon, if they do this at the same time next year, I need to hit a couple of 13 to 14 mile runs just to build up the capacity so that maybe it doesn't hurt quite as much. Another lesson is I will bring a towel. I did not bring a towel this year. I looked around like everybody has everything laid out on a towel. Wow, that's a smart idea. I didn't bring a towel. So I literally dried off my feet with the shirt they gave us as kind of a commemorative race thing. So I got the sand off my feet, put socks on, all that. Next time, I'll bring a towel. I'll also change up what I eat for food, particularly on the bike portion of the race next time I do this. This time, I just thought, okay, I know I want to try to get like 300-400 calories in me about every hour that I'm biking. So I thought I was going to be biking for about 4 hours. Turns out I only biked for 3 hours. The RX bars, while that's something that I do use for fuel quite a bit in competition or after competitions, while I'm biking, it was hard to eat. It was just hard to eat. I didn't enjoy eating them. And while I'm chewing, man, I couldn't breathe. It was just hard. So I didn't love that, and that's kind of a lesson learned. They're also pretty heavy, so I'll probably just go with what everyone says. You know, they go with a little goose or some sort of packs and just squirt that in just to get as many calories as I can, and I'll do that next year for sure. The gummy bears were great. I mean, I just needed pure glucose. I need sugar. If I can eat gummy bears while I'm racing, I mean, that was great. The other thing I'll do next time is I'll know more about where hydration stations are placed throughout the event. I thought after the swim there would be a hydration station like where all of our bikes and all of our setup was. Thought for sure there would be one there. So I finished the swim, I drank the water that I had in a shaker bottle from before the race, finished that, I had a water bottle on my bike, I looked around and there's no station. I was like, okay, I'm sure there's a station out there. Because all I have as I head on this bike ride is one bottle of water. Not sugar, I don't have anything, it's just water. So I head out on the ride, I'm drinking the water, I'm eating a little bit on the way, and about the 20-mile mark, there's a station. And I'm, thank God, because I was worried. So I grab a Gatorade water bottle, I chug it, toss it with all the others on the side of the road while I'm biking. It was amazing. I was refreshed, I was good to go. All I have left is about a half a water bottle. So along the way I need another RX bar, I'm eating more gummy bears. My plan is I'm gonna finish my water bottle, get to the starting point, because it's a 2-lap bike course. So once lap 1 is done, I'm gonna jump off, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, grab a drink, and let's go. So we get there, and they actually slightly guide us. They're like, all right, you're on lap 2. There's no stop, there's no restroom, and there's no water. And I'm out of water. I have no water. Now I know I have 20 miles till I have a drink again. That was a bummer. I wasn't as concerned about the situation right there. I wasn't overly dehydrated at that point. I did have to go to the bathroom. I had to pee so bad. But I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just wait till I get to that station. But it's 20 miles away. So I get there, I drink the water. Okay, great. Whew. When I get back and I'm done with the bike ride, I'm gonna jump off the bike, I'm gonna go to a hydration station, I'm gonna get a drink, and I'm gonna run. And I'm looking around, there's no hydration station there in the pit stop area, whatever they call that. There's nothing there. Like, oh my God, I need water so bad. I need hydration, I need sugar and salt and water, and I've got none of it. So I just head out on the run. Thankfully, about a half mile in on the run was the first hydration station. And now I'm just playing catch up. So I run up to that, I'm like, guys, I need sugar. Do you have sugar? Anything with sugar? And so they had water, they had Coca-Cola, and then they also had this kind of salty water with something called Base. It's a supplement that they put in there. That's basically salt water. And so at the first station, I drink the salt water, I drink the regular water, I'm like, I'll just have a sip of this Coke, like a whole cup of Coke. I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had a Coke in at least 8 years. Not a taste, not a sip. It was amazing. It was warm, and my body, I mean, I was refreshed, I was so good. And about every 1.5 to 2 miles, there was a station that had water, Coke, salt. So I had water and Coke at every station, but every other station, every third station, I would add a little bit of salt to the system. I think I was already dehydrated and I was barely keeping up with hydration. It's 92 degrees out. We're running in the middle of the day. This is 1 o'clock. It's as sunny as it gets, and I was dehydrated. And it didn't matter, I don't think, how much I drank. I was behind the curve and I just couldn't get caught up. I think that made my last few miles tremendously challenging for my body. And of course, you know, I crossed the finish line and everything wanted to cramp. So I walked. I ended up laying down, but all I wanted to do was lay down, but I walked a bit, laid down under a tree. All my ab muscles cramped, so I couldn't even lay down. I'd roll over and stretch those out and just keep walking. And I think a lot of that was dehydration. So I will study the hydration plan that they have for that event next time I do this, and I will have abundance of fluids. I'll just have more than I need. There was this really cool water bottle thing you can put on the back of your seat. I know if you're a triathlete, you know all this, but I was like, oh my gosh, I could be carrying 3 water bottles. But even if I had 2, that would have made a big difference for me, and making sure I have more than I need in the transition stations would be great. The other thing that I just need to figure out how to do next time is how do I hydrate properly, but then not have to pee the whole time. I peed a few times before I got in the water for the swim, but once I had my wetsuit on, we had 20 minutes before we started, I had to pee so bad, and you can't just go in your wetsuit. Maybe you do, but I'm not doing that. So I swam for 38 minutes, 40 minutes or whatever, and had to pee the whole time. I got out, that was great, transition, I got to pee, huge relief. Half hour into a 3-hour bike ride, I have to pee, and I have to pee for the next 2.5 hours. On the run, I never did. I never had to. In fact, not for like 3 or 4 hours after the run. Again, that tells me that I was slightly underhydrated, or significantly underhydrated, but I don't know. Triathletes, what do you do about that? Anyway, overall, I loved it. I love challenging myself like that. It was really painful. It was really painful. In fact, my good friend that talked me into doing the triathlon, he didn't do the run portion, he was injured, but he did catch me about 400 meters out from the finish line, and he ran me in, and he actually ran ahead and got some video of me coming in, and he was just like, he's like, Jason, I'm so proud of you. You know, hey, when we're done, you know, they've got pancakes and sausage, and I'm like, dude, don't talk to me about, I can't eat. There's no way I can eat. Don't talk to me about food, and also I'm gonna kill you because this was so painful. You roped me into this, and I am in so much pain right now. With 400 meters to go, I've never been in that much pain in my entire body, ever. Of course, afterwards, giving my buddy a big hug. It was a great experience. The camaraderie on the field was just like the camaraderie that you feel at a CrossFit gym or at any event where you're just supporting each other. It was absolutely amazing. You know, it is specialized training, and you know, I don't want to become a triathlete because I don't want to have that specialized endurance feel. I want to be a well-rounded athlete, and that's one of the things I love about functional fitness or CrossFit type fitness, where I can do anything and really train for a month and do an Ironman 70.3. And then, you know, if I want to, 1 year after the CrossFit Games, I went and trekked to base camp at Everest. This well-rounded fitness gives us such an edge and an advantage in this world that we can just kind of go and do whatever we want to do physically because we have this fitness. And if you're watching and looking to improve your fitness, whether you're looking to shed 20, 30, 40 pounds or trying to qualify for the CrossFit Games, I help guys do that all the time. If you're interested, just shoot me a message. I'll respond to all messages. I'd love to just chat with you on the phone. And if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. It helps support the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.